happened to me. I started as an all-star amateur wrestler with the Herculean physique, the singlet, the Amelia Earhart headgear. When Bobby Lashley looks in the mirror, he sees a specimen. I followed my dad's footsteps into the United States Army. Lashley was a legitimate soldier. This wasn't just a wrestling gimmick. He was in my platoon. Barely even a year into my WWE career, I put new school ECW on the map when I became world champion. Oh man, I've got the funniest story from that night. So me, Lashley, Kelly, Mike Knocker Blocker Knox, and Macaulay Culkin are going to hell. I even fought alongside the future president in a marquee match at WrestleMania. We're all grown up. Bobby Lindsay, the big bad Bobby Lindsay, as the fans know him, BB Lindsay, as I like to call him, as a friend. He's very big. He's very large. My father denied his father a piece of property back in the day, and all these years later, we end up on the very grand, the very big, the very large stage of WrestleMania together. Something like 3.8 trillion people in the stands, the biggest ever, I've been told. And we beat Vince and Omegle so bad that Omegle is sadly no longer with us, I'm told, due to various injuries. Bobby Lindsay, BB, was truly a killer in that ring, believe me. That I can tell you. And after they shaved my head at WrestleMania, I couldn't even look myself in the mirror. I returned to WWE a decade later to reestablish my dominance and reach new heights. Then it all came crashing down when I met Lana. Oh, I mean, who could blame him for falling in love with me? I look like a bitchy Barbie, and Bobby is my Ken, my beautiful black Ken, my Kendrick. You know, my sisters had Barbies growing up. I used to rip the heads off of them. The nuptials were a disaster. They asked me to officiate for one reason or the next. And for the love of Gottfried, this was the biggest train wreck I've ever been a part of. And I was on Saturday Night Live in '81. I remember being in Gorilla before the wedding, knowing I was making a huge mistake. And I just remember glaring over at Michael Hayes, the gorilla position magician. I saw him pull a rabbit out of his hat once. I could tell he didn't want to go through with it. You always hear about the grooms getting cold feet, but Lashley looked like he had cold feet, cold shoulders, Arctic ass. Let's be honest, it was the happiest day of Bobby's life. It's a little blurry, but I do remember coming out as a lesbian for Lana. After that, I went backstage and rescued a princess from this dragon's lair. I swear I'm not drunk. Well, shoot, my wedding was less chaotic and I had a holla heart attack, you feel me, playa? And that was just the wedding. The marriage is even worse. People have no idea how volatile their home life is. Our home life is perfect. We share a beautiful king-size bed. She sleeps diagonally and hogs all the covers. Let's see, I do all the cooking. We had Encore Salisbury steak last night. I tell him I love him every day. She told me to eat and die because I dried my hands on the hand towel. Okay, everybody knows that the hand towel in a downstairs half bath is for decor. A workout in my home gym next to my huge ass Royal Rumble 2001 poster really helps me calm down when I'm mad at my wife. I would never say never. The final straw came at WrestleMania 36. when Lana distracted me during my match. In that moment, I knew that this marriage needed to end. After Lana cost him the Mania match against Aleister Black, you start to hear things. People talking, maybe it's time for them to get a divorce. That was me. You heard me saying, it's time for a divorce. The best idea would be for them to get a divorce. No, really? What a great idea, Michelle. If only I'd have thought of that idea. So when is the time for the divorce? Right now. The time is now. Dun 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 dun, let's get it done. I sometimes wonder if he knows when it's time to get a divorce. What part of now is unclear? Am I stuttering? Is this one of my promos? Divorce is the answer, but it's hard to do. Actually, it's the easiest life choice I've ever had to make. Divorce is such a complicated and macabre period of time. I had to get a neck tattoo removed because of it. You, Sarah. I got my weenus pierced just so I could hang a bank pen from it. I'm ready to sign those divorce papers the second they come my way. And you want to talk about macabre? If I have to stay in this marriage any longer, it's going to get real macabre. I would never tell you on camera. So my Bobby and I are very happy together. Thank you, we're done here. We are done here. Lana, you were my last bride because I found someone else. And he treats me right.